Jon Gruden fired by the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's talk about it. Good evening, good night. What's up, everybody? Hope you're well. Hope you're blessed. Hope you're safe. Um, DamienJones podcast, where you'll find the best conversation in America, and I am floored. I am absolutely floored. Bear with me. I'm moving around and at a new location, so I got to work on this lighting and all that kind of stuff. But Las Vegas Raiders coach Jon Gruden, relieved of duties. I haven't seen anything that said fired, but relieved of duties due to emails that were released from 10 years ago. And what we found out from the emails that he sent these emails while he was an employee of ESPN as a Monday Night Football analyst. And we saw a few days ago that some emails came out that not directly, but you could infer that he was using racist tropes. And so Jon Gruden was talking about NFL Players Association Director DeMaurice Smith, who has big lips like me. And Gruden, in an email 10 years ago, called him Dumb Boris Smith and said his lips are as big as tires. Okay. So you could infer that that was racist, but you could also infer that maybe he was just making fun of his lips and it wasn't. So you could not prove that it was direct racism. You could infer that. And I talk with a lot of my friends, and I say he has freedom of speech, and it was not directly, you cannot prove that it was racist. You can put two and two together. But I say if something else comes out that he directly speaks to in a disparaging way where there was no ambiguity, he is getting fired. But you might say, Damien, how did the email, how did they find these emails? Well, the Washington football team, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, are under a investigation into workplace issues, sexism, racism, all those kind of things. So they have been reviewing 65,000 emails, and in those emails, they saw Gruden's emails. They weren't even looking for Gruden stuff, but it just popped up because it was alarming. And so people talked about it over the weekend, what he said about his possible racist activity, his comments. But then more came out today. I mean, recently, just a few minutes ago. And this stuff is damning. And then when I tell you that Jon Gruden's football career is over, I mean, it is over. Let me read what he said. And I'm just quoting this direct article here from the New York Times. I'm just quoting it directly, so don't say I said the stuff. But Gruden sent emails. I don't know why this fool is emailing this stuff. Pick up the phone and call him. But he sent emails to former president of the Washington Redskins football team, Bruce Allen. I think Bruce may be dead by now. But he called, in these emails, Gruden called Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, a quote unquote, a faggot, and also a quote, clueless anti-football pussy, close quote. And said that Goodell should not have pressured teams to draft, quote, queers, close quote. As he was talking about Michael Sam, who was drafted in 2014 by the Rams, and the guy who kissed his boyfriend on television while he was drafted. So Gruden is using homophobic slurs in emails to a team owner and president 10 years ago while he worked as an ESPN analyst for Monday Night Football. Troubling. Nobody seemed to care about the possible racist comments. But now that he's talked about the LGBTQ community, he is out. Done. Career over. Well, one, he's blackballed himself because you called the commissioner, who's still a commissioner now, a F word. So you won't be working in anything related to the National Football League anytime soon, buddy. Then you use gay slurs. And here's the crazy part about the gay slurs. The only openly gay NFL player, Philip Nassim, I think, is on his team, right? So the gay player is on your team, Jon Gruden. So there's no way to clean this up. There's no way to patch this thing up and try to make it like it's okay. Damien Jones podcast, best conversation in America. Listen to me, people. And I'm also getting a report that he also exchanged topless photos of Redskins cheerleaders with the owner via email. This stuff is wild, people. Wild. Woo! Jon Gruden, what the heck were you thinking, my friend? See, Donald Trump doesn't send emails. You people that are wild and say wild stuff and don't use email. See, it's one thing to say, I said something wild. I said something that I shouldn't have, and let me apologize for it. It's another thing to type it. When you type something, you're looking at it as you're typing. It's premeditated as you're typing it. You're weaving your words and thoughts together, and then you can read and proofread, then press send. So there were no mistakes here in sending topless photos and calling people gay slurs and also using racial slurs, right? But then this is the same Jon Gruden that had an ESPN show and evaluating the character of young draft picks. This is troubling, people. This is awful, but I'm glad he has been exposed, and there may be more in the ranks in the National Football League. Y'all need to check Urban Meyer's email as well. So I'm glad he's out. Jon Gruden out as the Las Vegas Raiders head coach due to homophobic slurs, racial slurs, topless photos sent, sexist comments. Oh, I forgot. He also, how did I forget this part, people? He also made derogatory comments about the NFL hiring female referees. And he also had issues with social justice protests being connected to the NFL. Wow. I'm going to get out of here, man. This is too much for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. This guy's a plumb idiot. Damien Jones podcast. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll talk later. Jon Gruden, you are an absolute idiot, my friend.